What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Marriage Boot Camp Season 17, Episode 9 review. Okay, so we start off tonight's episode with Ballistic and Jocelyn in their room, and the mics overheard them having an argument about Stu. So apparently, Ballistic thinks that Stu and Jocelyn got something going on and that they've been like flirting with each other this whole time, and he feels some type of way about it, and she like, why you keep on bringing this up, like, you know, ain't nothing going on between us or whatever. So then all the couples meet up in the common area together, and they find out that it's lie detector day. So after they find out that it's lie detector day, Jocelyn brings up to the group that Ballistic thinks she and Stu have something going on. He then flips the script on her and says that he never said that, and that basically she lying. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, why would you throw her under the bus like that and make it seem like she just starting shit to be starting shit? Like, obviously you have a problem. This was something that he had spoken about more than once. And then when she brings it to the group, he want to act like he didn't know what was going on. I don't know if it was a manhood thing for him. He didn't want to look soft, like he was intimidated or something. I don't know what the deal is, but like, why would Jocelyn want Stu? Don't nobody want that fake ass Tevin Campbell. Like, really, Ballistic? But Jocelyn said he's very insecure. He's controlling. So there you have it. So he ended up getting mad and leaving. Then Stu leaves because he feeling some type of way because he don't want Ballistic to think that, you know, he been eyeing her and he's mad at Miss Chalet because Miss Chalet was the one that pointed it out to begin with. So Jocelyn thinks that Ballistic just doesn't want to take the lie detector test, and that Ballistic's then she tells them that Ballistic said he was gonna knock Stu out. I was like, oh my god. So Ballistic ends up coming back down after he has a conversation with Dr. Ish. Him and Jocelyn immediately start arguing and say they can't trust each other. And it's just all the tension is in the room. So he calls her a stone cold nut, and I was dying laughing because he was pissed off. But I'm like, how you pissed off at her when you started all this? So Dr. Ish talks to Jocelyn separately, and she says she's tired of kissing Ballistic ass, and he doesn't like that she talks to other guys, period, and he would feel some type of way when she talks to CeeLo. And I can tell what kind of relationship they got. I wonder, is this nigga Aquarius? Because, boy, I done been in that type of relationship before where everything you say and do is a problem. He get an attitude about something. You feel like you always the one to having to compromise or say you sorry to appease his ego and his manlyhood and his attitude. Like, girl, ain't nobody got time for all that shit. So Styles P points out to Stu that he made a comment early on during boot camp about him and Miss Chalet having a threesome, and that one of the girls is gonna end up coming up missing. And so he's basically saying that maybe Ballistic felt like he was talking about Jocelyn, and that's probably what made him mad. So Stu feels bad, but however, he still blames Miss Chalet for planting the seed in their head in the first place. So Jocelyn tells Stu to go talk to Ballistic and to square this whole thing up. And he thinks that Jocelyn is just looking for another victim in the house, somebody to be mad with and to start some drama with. But in all actuality, like, this time she's telling the truth, and she just wants this whole situation to be dead because she's causing problems between her and her nigga. So Ballistic admits, however, in his confessional that what they talked about was true, that, you know, he did feel some type of way, but he felt that it should have just stayed between him and Jocelyn. I was like, the fact that you would even make your girl, somebody that you call so-called love, look like a liar to make you look good, that's jarring to me. Like, that was really fucked up. That says a lot about you, to be honest. So Stu tells the polygraph that boot camp was the worst mistake of his life. And that old white man said, well, anyway, kept on going with the polygraph test. And Stu was like, the fuck, ain't nobody listening to me. So Miss Chalet tells CeeLo that she cares for Stu, but that they ain't really got no issues in their relationship, and it's just something to do. So I'm like, why are you with this nigga? Like, why are y'all with each other? Because it's obvious y'all are not compatible at all. So Jocelyn confronts Miss Chalet and asks, is she going to say anything about the Stu situation? And she was being very aggressive, like, Miss Chalet ain't did nothing. Yeah, she was the one that put it out there, but the way she came at her was just real, just like calm the fuck down. I feel like she was taking her attitude with Ballistic out on her because at this point, her and Ballistic was giving each other the silent treatment. So Miss Chalet says, you know, you don't want Stu. And Jocelyn say, I absolutely don't want him. I don't think he's good enough for you. So definitely don't think he's good enough for me. And Miss Chalet was flabbergasted. And I was flabbergasted. I was like, damn, Jocelyn, like that was harsh. It was wrong. You was like doing too much. You was being mean. Miss Chalet didn't even know what the fuck to say. She was stuttering over her words. Like you could tell she was like taken aback by it. And she was just trying to keep the peace. Like she didn't want to argue with Jocelyn. I really felt bad for her because it was like this big bitch picking on this little bitty ass woman. So Stu tells Ballistic that he would never disrespect him, and they hug it out, and Ballistic try to play it all cool or whatever. And I'm like, boy, sit down. So the results come back, but Judge Toller tells them that they won't get him to the next day, which is the last day of boot camp. But that deception was detected amongst 4 of the members. So the house says go to the club that night as singles. The men go together, the women go together, and when they come back to the boot camp house, they have to have a sleepover with the men and then the women. So Jocelyn goes to her room and confronts Ballistic in the bathroom, and she locks the main door, and they in the bathroom, and you hear her say, you're insane. And Ballistic say, listen to me, you know what you did to me. Jocelyn say, you are insane. What did I do to you for you to do this to me in a time that I need you the most? I haven't done nothing to you. I'll tell your fucking mother and daughter about you. You don't care about me. You don't respect me. You wanted that because you're evil. And I was like, oh, child. But you can tell like her feelings was hurt because it was like she didn't do nothing to you. Why would you do her like that? Why would you lie on her? You know what she going through. Why would you pick this type of fight, make her look crazy in front of the boot camp members and the therapists and everything, try to make her look like she a liar and she just starting shit for attention or for TV time? It was like real fucked up. So and then you gonna on top of that, then you gonna get mad at me and give me the silent treatment and call me a nut ass motherfucker. Like really, nigga? Like you doing the most. Like you treat me bad. Like what the fuck? So the producers come knocking on the door because it's locked. Jocelyn say, go away, bitch. I said we was fighting. I'm fucking mad. It's like, this bitch is crazy and I love her. So security breaks in the door and the producers go to the door to see what's going on. Then she yells at Ballistic, you're stupid. I don't want nobody but you. The producer checks to make sure they ain't physically having an altercation. They tell her they're not. So she leaves, but she keeps security by the door. After that, it then cuts to them getting ready for that night, but things are still really tense between Jocelyn and Ballistic. And like I said, he did her wrong, and that was just fucked up the way he did her, and he really gonna have to deal with his issues, and I don't know. So Jocelyn comes down, and all the girls are sitting at the table getting ready to go out, and she starts with Miss Chalet again, and she calls Stu a $2 ass nigga to Miss Chalet face in front of the other girls, and Miss Chalet, doesn't say anything back. And then Jocelyn say, don't sit up here and look stupid when you've been pointing it out since day one. And then Miss Chalet just sitting there once again. She said, why are you looking at me like that, sis? And Miss Chalet say, I'm just listening. I'm just listening, Jocelyn. I'm just listening. And I just felt so bad for her because it was just like, Jocelyn, stop picking on this damn woman. Stop doing that. Like, you too old for that shit. It's not cool. She is not the person that you're really upset with. Stop picking on her. Like, that's really fucked up. Like, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Like, I didn't like that shit at all. It was whack. It was corny as fuck. Like, girl, stop. Like, really stop. So they all go to the club. Chooses tell the waitress to ask any of the girls in the club if they want a shot. He doing the most because he feel like he with all these celebrities. Some girls come over. CeeLo asks one of the chicks if she got a man at home. And I'm like, why, fatty? Why? You better not cheat on Shani. You ain't even supposed to be asking no bitch no shit like that. So the girls aren't having fun at all. They're all nervous about the lie detector test. They just want to go the fuck home. Stu is wasted up here throwing up gang signs, up here putting up the finger and having random conversations with people. Then he go sit by himself and start talking to himself. Child, it was a mess. So the girls leave the club early. And on the bus, Jocelyn asked Miss Chalet why her man wasn't supporting her. And Miss Chalet said it's a wrap. Like, she's done with Stu. Like, he say one thing, then he do another. Bianca says she knows Chosen isn't going to give her a ring in the end. And then the episode goes off. And I was like, he don't need to give your ass a ring because y'all don't need to be together. God damn it. Overall, I give tonight's episode of Marriage a boot camp hip hop edition. I give it a B plus tonight's episode. I give tonight's B plus. And like things is gonna come to a head next week between Chosen and Bianca. I can't wait to see that shit. Let me know what y'all thought about Jocelyn and old boys fight, their argument, how Jocelyn treated Michelle A. Let's talk down below in the comment section. You guys, will next week we get the lie detector test results that we'll talk about. Love you guys. Thank you guys for watching this review, and also thank you to any of you who have copped my latest book, On God. It dropped yesterday. Thank you to any of you who copped it. Here's the cover. I co-wrote this book with my good friend Sheridan. This is a book that I'll read you guys a synopsis if you don't know about it. So On God is an in-depth guide to creating and publishing your first best-selling novel with personal testimonies from the critically acclaimed author Keisha Urban, me. On God will feature step-by-step guidance on composing, editing, and publishing your literary masterpiece. Keisha Urban offers readers a cheat sheet to the industry while bearing her soul and encompassing the raw, uncut truth of her personal journey of 15 years in the literary industry. So thank you to any of you who copped it yesterday. You got us to #1 on Amazon's bestseller list. So thank you guys so very much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. The link is down below to all of my books if you want to check it out, and all of my other books as well. I love you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell button so you know when my videos drop. Bye.